much work to get ready. I washed my face and hands again, slicked down my hair, and checked my overalls for dirt. They looked all right to me, so I scampered for the barn, hoping to get in on the hitching up of the horses. The trip to town was quiet. Grandpa and I both enjoyed silence. Besides, there really wasn't that much that needed saying. And why talk just to make a sound? Grandpa broke the quiet spell. "Getting a little dry." I looked at the ditches and could see brown spots where shortly before everything had been green and growing. I nodded. We went on into town, and Grandpa stopped the team at the front of Kirk's General Store. I hopped down and hitched the team to the rail, while Grandpa sort of gathered himself together for what needed to be done. Soon we were inside the store, and after exchanging howdies and small-town talk with Mr. Kirk and some customers, Grandpa and I set about our business. Grandpa's was easy enough. He was to purchase the supplies needed back at the farm. I had a tougher job. Before I'd left, Uncle Charlie had, as usual, slipped me a nickel on the sly. Now I had to decide how to spend it. I moved along the counter to get a better look at what Mr. Kirk had to offer. Mrs. Kirk was toward the back talking to someone over the telephone. Only a few folks in town had telephones. I never could get used to watching someone talking into a box. She finally quit and walked over to me. "Morning, Daniel. Nice day again, isn't it? Fear it's gonna be a bit hot before it's over, though." Without even waiting for a reply, she said to Grandpa, "Want to be sure that you got this letter that came for you." Mrs. Kirk ran our local post office from a back corner of the general store. She was a pleasant woman, and her concern for people was just that, concern rather than idle curiosity. Grandpa took the letter, his face lighting up as he did so. We didn't get much mail out our way. "From my pa," he volunteered, giving Mrs. Kirk his rather lopsided grin. "Thank you, ma'am." He stuffed the letter into his shirt pocket. I forgot about the letter and went back to the business of spending my nickel. It seemed it was next to no time when Grandpa was gathering his purchases and asking me if I was about ready to go. I still hadn't made up my mind. I finally settled on a chocolate ice cream cone, then went to help Grandpa with the packages. I wasn't much good to him, having one hand occupied, but I did the best I could. He backed the team out, and we headed for home, me making every lick count. That ice cream plumb disappears in summer weather. When we were clear of the town, Grandpa handed the reins to me. "I'm kind of anxious to see what my pa be saying," he explained as he pulled a letter from his shirt pocket. He read in silence, and I stole a glance at him now and then. I wanted to find out how a letter written just to